What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of our 2022 NBA Draft Player Breakdown Series. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Jaden Hardy. He is a player that was going into the year projected top 5 pick in this year's NBA Draft, but due to a subpar season in the G League, he has fallen to more of a late first-round pick. You know, this one draft board that I'm looking at right now has him projected to be the 26th pick in this year's NBA Draft. So Jaden Hardy is a 6'4", 198-pound, point guard, shooting guard. He plays more of the shooting guard position. He does have a 6'9" wingspan to go with being 6'4", 198 pounds. And in this year, in his first year with the G League Ignite team, he averaged 19.5 points per game, 4.3 rebounds, and 3.6 assists. He did this while shooting 37.6% from the field in his 25 games. He did only shoot 30.9% from three-point range on 7.5 attempts per game. So he did shoot a lot of three-pointers, but he didn't really make them at a great clip. And like I said, he's a player that was projected to be a top 5 pick in this year's NBA Draft, but did have a really subpar season, to say the least, at the G League level, and now has fallen to be a late first-round pick. So, let's go ahead and look at some of the strengths of Jaden Hardy's game. So Jaden Hardy does have a lot of strengths to his game. There was a reason that, coming out of high school and then going to the G League, why he was projected to be a top 5 pick in this year's NBA Draft. Some of those strengths are that he is kind of a scorer. He's a natural scorer. He can shoot it from 3. He's got really good range from 3. He can shoot a lot of deep range 3s. He can shoot it from the mid range. He's got a decent pull up. And he also can finish at the rim. He's not the best finisher, not overly athletic or anything like that, but he does have some finishing ability at the rim. But really, being able to shoot the 3 ball should be one of his strengths. Unfortunately, he didn't shoot it great this year, but that we will talk about in some of his weaknesses. But he does have the ability to carry a team with his offensive ability. He's a pretty good ball handler. Can get to his spots and get separation when looking for his 3-point shot, and even mid-range, mid-range step backs or kind of floaters in the lane. So he is pretty much a 3-dimensional scorer. He can also get to the free throw line if needed and knock down free throws. But one of the biggest things that you're kind of looking for or getting when drafting Jaden Hardy is just his ability to score the ball. I think that's really all he wants to do, is just kind of score the ball. He doesn't look like he wants to be a great defender or anything like that. But he, like I said, he is able to score the ball at all 3 levels. I believe he can shoot the ball better than he did this year. But I think that's a knock on him, which we'll talk about, like I said, in the weaknesses. He's got good size at 6'4", 6'5". He's got a 6'9" wingspan. He is a good athlete. Like I said, he's not a freak athlete. He's not freakishly quick or anything like that, but he does have a good first step, and is able to get at the rim and finish with some touch around the rim. But like I said, one of the biggest things you're really looking for, and one of the biggest strengths of his game, is being able to get to his spots, knock down the 3 ball, shoot 3s from deep range, and just really be a high-level shot maker. I think that's one of the biggest strengths of Jaden Hardy's game. So looking at some of the weaknesses of Jaden Hardy's game, one of the biggest things, and the reason why he slipped all the way down to be a late first-round pick when he was projected to be, a potential top 5 pick in this year's draft, was really just the shooting. Like I said, he shot 30.9% from the 3 on 7.5 attempts per game. I think it would be a little bit different if he shot that poorly in college, shooting from the college distance. But he was, in the G League playing against grown men, shooting from, NBA range, and he only shot 30.9% from 3. That's going to really take be a big hit to your game, especially when one of the biggest things, or one of your strengths, is shooting the 3-point ball, shooting the 3 ball, being able to knock down shots from behind the line, make difficult shots, and when you're not making them at a consistent rate or at an effective, efficient rate, you're gonna drop in the draft stock around the draft boards, and that's unfortunately what has happened to Jaden Hardy. To go along with his struggling to shoot the ball, he didn't really show a whole lot of development in his game from his senior year in high school to this first year in the G League Ignite team. He didn't really improve on a great deal amount of being more of a playmaker or passing the ball, getting other people involved. He didn't, like I said, didn't shoot the ball efficiently or effectively necessarily. So kind of the combination of not really expanding his game or improving dramatically from high school to the G League, I think is one of the, and then also to go along with not shooting the ball at a great percentage when that is one of the things that he's supposed to be the best at or good at, is why he's dropped so far in this year's draft and is projected to be a late first-round pick instead of a top 5 pick like he was projected to be going into this first year with the G League Ignite. So in conclusion, Jaden Hardy did have a lackluster first year with the G League Ignite team. He does have a lot to prove. He's got a lot of question marks in his game, and these questions need to be answered. Fortunately, he will have the ability to kind of answer these questions in front of teams with their private workouts, and even potentially with the combine coming up here pretty soon. He will, have the ability or have the chance to answer some of these questions that teams will have on him. And I think that a lot of this shows that choosing to go pro right out of high school to like the a place like the G League instead of going to college, if you don't play your best basketball, could have a really negative effect on a player. Whereas I think if he were in college and say he was in college and averaged these same stats while shooting 30% from 3, I don't think he would drop nearly as far as he did this year while playing the G League. I think that showing that you kind of struggle, I guess, against other kind of against grown men, and at the NBA 3-point line, things like that. I think that if he would have done that in college, teams would have still seen him for a pretty good prospect with a lot of potential. But I don't know, I just feel like going to the G League hurt him more than it really helped him, whereas he feels like he can show teams that he was able to experience the G League, experience what it's kind of like to play at the NBA level, and that helped him develop and ensure that he is a first-round pick in this year's draft. It'll be interesting to see what NBA teams think of this, if they will kind of believe that, or really how it how it goes for him at the combine and private workouts. But I want to hear from all you guys, your thoughts on Jaden Hardy. Do you think that he shouldn't have fallen this far? Do you think he should have? Leave all that in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, I would really ask of you guys to like this video, hit the subscribe button, leave all your comments down below, especially share the video with your friends, let them know about our channel, about our videos, and we appreciate it all. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.